So about 10-15 minutes ago, we saw Air Force One landing. Beautiful, beautiful approach, and saw it land. And they say Donald Trump is now outside of the car. He's about to come by somewhere here in this area. We're near the Asheville airport right now. So we're very excited. People are lined up for miles down here in their cars with cameras and things, getting ready to see him. There's police down in that area over there. 2 black SUV unmarked cars. We don't know if that's going to be like the beginning of the motorcade, if they're waiting on him. But if he comes out here, there's no way to go across the median. He'd have to jump it to get on 26 East, which is probably what they're going to do. So he might not come out there unless he comes down and goes down and makes a U-turn and goes back down this way. We don't know what he's going to do. We assume he's going to come out that way. We don't know. Is that him in the garbage truck? Just kidding. So being out here reminds me of another Trump story that I'll tell you a little bit later on if I remember. This is the second time we saw his motorcade. A few years ago, like I said, he was in Asheville when we saw him. But I'll tell you about another incident a little bit later. We're waiting on him now. Anytime he's in his car, I believe. So, anyway, it's a funny story. To me, it is anyway. Okay, the state troopers down there are starting to maybe move into place. There's a black SUV there getting ready, so could be about showtime. Okay, now you can see them a little bit better right there in that area. The state troopers over here, the black SUVs there. Looks like they're starting to line up. They're going to come out right there in that area probably. Okay, now we just got word that he stopped at the airport fire station and he's doing a round table meeting, I guess, with the firemen. So it may still be a while. He doesn't shy away from questions, that's for sure. Unlike the last one. They're getting into place. Very quiet. All the traffic has stopped. Very eerily quiet compared to what it was. Heard that he's asking FEMA right now why they didn't do anything here in Asheville. Man knows no fear, that's for sure. Apparently, he's still in talking with FEMA, chastising him, threatening to get rid of FEMA. That's what I heard. My father-in-law apparently is watching him on TV as he does the interview, and he's threatening to do away with FEMA.
Well, that's crazy.
There's Air Force One. Now we're gonna go get warm. Go somewhere and get warm, something hot to drink, maybe something to eat. And then try to figure out how we can time his arrival back. We have no idea. I'll have to get online and see what he's up to. And if there's any way we can find out when he'll be coming back through. See what happens. We're gonna walk down to the corner now because Trump is, well, he's getting in his car. We don't know if he's heading back, but they've had this blocked off the entire time he was gone. So we're gonna go stand at the corner down there where we should have been the first time. This cops are probably on.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. So
Yeah, nice talking to you, man. Take care. Have a good one, brother.
Thanks for sharing. You need to go there.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. I need to go.
I'm ready to go back.
Take it with you.
Yeah. I had a great time.
They're nice people.
Yeah. My great grandparents lived in Wales.
There they go.
You got family history there.
Yeah, I got Yup. That's the motherland, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that was quick.
It sure was. Short and sweet.
It's like hanging out with a bunch of your crazy long-lost cousins.
All right. Okay, crazy thing. So everyone was standing on the side of the road looking toward the exit of the airport. There was even a camera pointed that way, one of those big, like $50,000 like TV quality cameras. They were doing a live stream on YouTube. And the motorcade left a different way down the road. So by the time I turned around, I saw the entire motorcade, but I was not able to get it on camera. I was only able to get just a little bit of it, of the footage on camera. Everybody couldn't believe it. It's like, what? So they were expecting it to come out one way, but there was another like road that comes out of the airport further down, but no one was really anticipating him coming out that way, but that's the way he came. So anyway, then we said, well, let's go get something to eat. And as we were walking back from getting the photos of Air Force One, the videos and photos, the state troopers started closing the road again. This is like a half hour after the motorcade had left. But apparently he's coming back a lot sooner than we thought, because we couldn't even leave because the road was closed. So we had to just stay parked where we were. Now I'm heading down the road. I'm going to the Dollar Tree and back to the post office. I have to pick up some packing supplies and then go ship a few things. So I'll be right back with you. They're not after me. I'm parked downtown. Dropped the family off. And I remember I told you about another story. I think I said a Trump story. I think it was over 4 years ago. Yeah, it was before the 2020 election. My two sons and I had snacks, and we went and parked in the corner spot of the Dollar Tree near a railing right by the road. And we were sitting on the back of, we had 3 fold-up chairs, because I think this is the day that one of them somehow disappeared. They tried to say I left mine. Yeah, Daddy did it. Maybe I did, I don't know. But anyway, we had 3 of the little fold-up chairs behind the van. I mean, I don't see how I could just like drive off and leave it, right? So I don't really think I did. But anyway, get back to the story. Let me adjust this iris. We were back there eating our snacks. It was it was at night. I don't know what time. My wife was in tutoring her students in her office at home, so we went out for the evening. But it was dark. So we were sitting there talking, chatting, laughing, and eating our snacks, and all of a sudden we heard whoop, 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 a police siren. You know how they make that noise. And we saw the blue lights flashing at the intersection right there on the other side of the sign where we were sitting at. So naturally, we all got up and went to the railing and looked over, and then in the distance we saw some blue lights coming toward us and a whole like succession of cars. And we watched, and they just went by, and it was like a lot of black SUVs followed by a lot of like, I don't know, vans and things like that, being led by a police one or two police cars. And of course, my youngest son, who was probably, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 at the time, said, hey, maybe it's Donald Trump. And I was like, no, don't be silly. Donald Trump wouldn't be driving through our little town of 8,000 at, 9 o'clock at night, whatever time it was. So when they went by, I got online. I think I went to Facebook. Donald Trump was in town. He was actually 2 towns away trying to raise money, and en route to his next town, actually back to the airport, he went through our town. That was Donald Trump. It was just surreal. It was so weird. I mean, we had no idea he was in the area. It was so surreal. Just sitting there eating our snacks. I mean, there wasn't like people gathered around. We found out later that they were like further down, like toward downtown. The streets were lined, but where we were, no one else was there. Now, we did have this car that we thought was very weird. When we were sitting there, it came and it drove up and went beside us and stopped. And it was like a very official looking car. And then we were wondering later was like Secret Service. Did they check us out first to see if we were like what we were doing hiding behind a sign? I don't know. They never said anything to us, but then they left. And then about 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later is when the motorcade went by. But it was so crazy. My little town of like 8,000 people. Very unassuming. We were just out for snacks while Mommy was doing her work, in her office at home. And Donald Trump goes cruising by. Oh, look. There goes Donald Trump. So, anyway, that was bizarre. And then we saw him another time when he came to town. That was before the 2020 election, like I said. And then I don't remember the other time. It must have been around that time. I think it was before that. He came, like I said, to some kind of a plant that manufactures cans tomatoes or something. I don't remember the details. But anyway, we had a good time today. Now I'm wrapping up this video, and I'm going to sit downtown, probably drink a cup of coffee, watch people for a bit because that's what I love to do. And yeah, we're very pleased to see Air Force One. I never had seen it even up that close. We saw it coming in. There was a spot about 2 blocks down the road that we passed, and there were empty spots, so we could have pulled in there, but we didn't know where he was going to fly in at. But come to find out, it would have been a beautiful shot of Air Force One, very close landing. It would have been gorgeous, but it wasn't meant to be. And incidentally, when we missed him earlier, the first time leaving the airport, we all went that way. And most people were that way. And then most people missed him. So anyway, it's not a big deal. I got to see him coming back and everything, from the Asheville area, where he gave some interviews before leaving the airport. Like I said, he talked to FEMA. And I think he, like I said, threatened to dismantle FEMA, get rid of them. He was very unhappy with the job they did during Hurricane Helene. So, and I guess he's on his way to California now. I'm not sure how long that flight would take. But I'm just chilling out. I probably will post this video either tonight around 9-ish or in the morning around 9-ish. I don't know. I don't really have my schedule set yet. I know you're supposed to be kind of on a schedule, maybe, but I'm not there yet. I just publish when I get them done, and I try to do them either 9 p.m. or 9 a.m., one of the two, but like the other night, I put one on YouTube at like almost 1 in the morning. I was like, yeah, if it doesn't do good, it doesn't do good. Whatever. Yeah, it hasn't done very good. It's the one, the mental escape one, us driving down to the waterfall. I mean, it's only got like a dozen views, and then the one I put on yesterday has close to 200 or more. So, yeah, I think it's the subject matter though, as opposed to the time that you put it on YouTube. I'm not really sure. But don't forget, if you're thinking about a channel, go for it, man. What's stopping you? Just do it. That's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it, and I'm having a lot of fun, I have to say, because it's making me think about my past. And I know you're not supposed to live in the past. You're not to blah, blah, blah. And I know that. And I'm not living in my past. I'm only recounting memories from my past so my boys will know more about me, about who I am, where I've been, what I've done in life, and that kind of thing. That's the only reason. Otherwise, my memories of the past are good enough. But I will say, once you start thinking about memories, like I had a comment on one of my videos that says memory lane, that's memory lane right there, or something like that. And it's like, yeah, it is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with memory lane. You just don't want to live there. You don't want to dwell there. But it's funny though how one thing leads to another. You think of one thing that happened and you want to tell about it, and you do, but then that reminds you of something else that happened the same day or the day after or the day before. And then that might, even spur more memories. It's really cool, though, because I like thinking of some of those things I haven't thought about in so long. Anyway, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my afternoon. I won't be out long, maybe another hour. I think I'll stop by the Goodwill on the way back. I got a couple good things recently from the thrift shop. I haven't done a resale video. I never do a resale video, but I may have resale parts, segments in my video, because that's part of my life. As is getting coffee, as is recounting memories, as is speaking of the Lord when He tells me to and instructs me to, and talking about eBay sales. It's just all part of my life. Like, I bought a watch, it wasn't too long ago, for like $3. And it sold for $200 recently. That's the kind of things you really go to eBay, watch, and then go to completed auctions, and then go to highest price first. So you'll see some really expensive watches, the names, the designers, and then that way you can make either a mental list if you've got good memory, or you can write it down. The kinds of watches that have sold for $5,000, $1,000, $500, $200, $300, as opposed to spending $3 on a watch and selling it for $12. And that's what you want to do with everything when you do eBay. Men's shirt, highest price, completed auctions, highest price first. Make a list of the highest price shirts, and that way you know what to look for. Just do that with anything that you can think of that you're thinking about reselling. Costume jewelry, watches, jeans, shirts, hats, whatever. Just do that, and that'll help you along with your sales to make more profit per sale, as opposed to just randomly buying something that's pretty or look good or whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go. God bless you guys. I'm glad that you joined me. I'm moving in on 100 subscribers, and I'm so thankful for that. I really am. I mean, I know to a lot of people that's nothing, but to me, I can't believe that 100 people would want to even listen to me ramble from time to time. I mean, to me, it's very humbling that even 100 people want to watch me and hear what I have to say. But anyway, that said, like I said, God loves you. God is so good. Read the 91st Psalm, the 23rd Psalm, and the Lord's Prayer. I got that in there because I think it's so important for you. It really is. So I'm going to go. Take care, guys. Love you. See ya.